Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Epix Eurovision guy, and today we'll be taking a look at Eesti Laul 2023 contestants. We don't know what the songs sound like yet, but 10 of the 20 artists singing in Eesti Laul 2023 were released yesterday. And now I'll be taking a look and walking you through the contestants that made it to the semi-final. I will tell you about all of the artists and what they've been up to so far in their career. In total, 217 songs were submitted to Eesti Laul 2023 and 20 were selected by the jury, which included Karl-Erik Taukar, Yannick Volkabel, Ott Lepland, Robert Linna and Silver Laas, to name a few. So obviously none of them is a contestant this year. But let's take a look at the first 10 contestants that made it to the semi-finals. First of all, someone you probably know if you followed Eesti Laul in the past few years. Sissi is back in the competition. She finished as a runner-up in the Estonian X Factor in 2018. The now 23-year-old singer has competed twice in Eesti Laul and both times very successfully. In 2019 she made it to the grand final and finished 4th, singing the song Strong. 2 years later, Sissi managed to reach the super final, where she was only beaten by the winner Uku Suviste. Her song Time got 15,000 votes, which was almost 10,000 less than Uku. In addition to being a great vocalist and a seasoned singer in Eesti Laul, Sissi is also known as the daughter of Dave Benton, the guy that brought the only Eurovision title to Estonia back in 2001 with Tanel Padar. Sissi's song Lighthouse was described by the producer of Eesti Laul, Tomi Rahula, as an honest song about herself. Written and composed by Sissi herself. As you might guess, this is not a dance song, but rather a ballad. Another artist you might know from past Eesti Laul competitions, the country rock band Viiralt. This time alongside a legendary band from the 1980s and one of the most influential bands in the singing revolution, Ultima Thule. So the combo is very surprising, and my best guess is that the song is a rock ballad with a slight country twist. It'll also be interesting to see who even gets to perform live, since Viiralt itself already has 7 members, but only 6 can go on stage. So far, Viiralt has performed in Eesti Laul twice, first in 2021 with Tuuled and also last year with Kuradile. They have not managed to reach the final so far. Next up, Carlos Ukareda. This is his first time competing in Eesti Laul, but in 2018 he came 6th in Estonian X Factor. The season, which was won by Udo Sepp, also included other Eesti Laul veterans, the before mentioned Sissi, as well as Merilin Mälk, Jaagup Tuisk and Jennifer Cohen. In 2020, Carlos Ukareda sang Ed Sheeran's song Afterglow on TikTok, which the British star later shared in Instagram. Carlos is now 22 years old. In August he signed a contract with Far Music, which also includes the likes of Stig Rasta, Vallo Kikas, Karl Killing, Kevin Niglas, etc. And Kevin is actually one of the songwriters for Whiskey Won't Forget. Carlos's voice has been described as unusually high for an Estonian, and Tomi Rahula, producer of Eesti Laul, said that Carlos will sing a very modern and current song in the competition. A well-produced pop song by Carlos Ukareda awaits us. Next up, not a surprising contestant to see in Eesti Laul. Throughout the years, all of the Estonian X Factor winners have competed in Eesti Laul, and 3 of 8 have gone on to represent Estonia in Eurovision as well. Birgit Õigemeel, Ott Lepland and Jüri Pootsman. Alika Milova, the latest winner of the competition, could very well be the next. This is what Alika had to say about her Eesti Laul entry, Bridges.
See lugu on väga-väga isiklik, ma ütleks. Et see on hästi selline südamlik, mis mulle on väga-väga lähedane. Ma tegin seda, ma võiks öelda, maailma taseme produtsendiga. Tema nimi on Wouter Hardy ja tema on olnud produtsent laulus, sellises laulus nagu Arcade ja Two Universe.
The 20-year-old singer covered Arcade in the Estonian X Factor, so maybe that's how she got in touch with Wouter. A jury member in Eesti Laul 2023, Yannick Volkabel, also the first singer representing Estonia in Eurovision, said this about Alika's song.
Kaks laulu, mida sina tahaksid kindlasti lõppvoorus näha, siis see oli üks nendest lugudest. Ma kuulasin seda lugu, näed, mul tuleb pisar silma siiamaani, hästi palju kordi. See on lihtsalt nii kohutavalt ilus laul.
Yannicka also said this is the song to look out for as a potential Eesti Laul winner that everyone could be proud of. So let's wait and see, but this is definitely one of the songs to look out for.
Why don't you kill me?
A rather unknown singer for most Estonians, Yannick Volkabel. The 28-year-old singer-songwriter-producer has a bachelor's degree from University of West London in music and is still mostly living in England. He has competed in Estonian X Factor, coming 6th in 2012. Although one of the jury members back then said that Yannick is the best male vocalist ever to take part in the competition. Big words, especially considering that Ott Lepland had already won that competition a few years earlier. Yannick has actually been on the Eesti Laul stage before, singing backing vocals to Grete Paia's Päästke noored hinged, which finished second in 2013. In 2017, Yannick sent his song Gemini to Eesti Laul, but didn't make it to the semi-finals. So what could we expect from Yannick this time? My guess is a polished pop song with a British and Scandinavian touch, but of course that is just a speculation. Oh, House of Glass was written by Yannick himself and Kjetil Mørland, who represented Norway in Eurovision 2015, along with Deborah Scarlett, singing A Monster Like Me. They placed 8th in the grand final. At first glance, probably very few people recognize this singer, but Pillarn Coro was a part of Ice Cream, a popular girl band in the early 2000s. Every Estonian is familiar with their hit Helista mulle mobiilile, Call Me on the Cell Phone. Tahan saada staariks, I Want to Be a Star was also very popular. But no worries, most likely her Eesti Laul 2023 entry Pretty Girl will be nothing like those hits. Pillarn for quite some time didn't even want to hear anything about those times and those songs. The now 31-year-old with the artist name Ellip is now mostly singing jazzy songs, but also works as a voiceover artist in radio too. So I'm guessing that Pretty Girl ticks the jazz song box in this year's Eesti Laul. Kevin Keevalik, the 20-year-old rapper and singer known as Cow, is the next confirmed singer in Eesti Laul 2023. Mostly popular among the youth, Cow has collaborated with many well-known artists in Estonia, including Pluto, Nublu and Karl Killing. He also has some football videos on Instagram and YouTube.
Rahvas, siin on Eskikerist, täna me teeme dissipenalti. Me keerutame 15 korda ja proovime värasli. Ja see ongi kõik.
One of the songwriters in his Eesti Laul song Valik is Kevin Niglas, who has written many Eesti Laul entries throughout the years. And this is already his second song in the competition this year.
I can get my coffee from the coffee
Another young singer competing this year is 19-year-old singer Andreas Baum, son of a legendary Estonian football player Mart Baum. His older brother Markus Baum is playing for Estonian champions FC Flora and the national team. Andreas has written songs himself, but also has collaborated with Pürmüd and last year signed a deal with the record label Smooth Records. Andreas started writing music at the age of 12 and he loves to write heartfelt songs with a personal meaning behind them, gathering inspiration from his favorite artists such as Taylor Swift, Olivia O'Brien and Conor Gray. Why Do You Love Me was written in June in a songwriter camp and, in addition to Andreas, includes Julia Sundberg and Alan Roy Scott, whose songwriting credits include Celine Dion, Ray Charles, Cyndi Lauper, Cher, Ricky Martin and many others. Now this song most likely ticks the joke entry box in Eesti Laul this time.
Tüübid on ise öelnud nii, et nad on rasked nohikud, kes väljendavad ettekujutust sellest, kuidas lahedad tüübid pidutsevad. Ehk et nii ja bänd.
That description just said it all, I guess. But a notable member of the band is Andres Kõpper, widely known by his artist name Nöp. Not gonna lie, he is one of my favorite Estonian musicians. Here is just a small section of his biggest hits. Andres has officially competed in Eesti Laul twice before as a group called Tenfold Rabbit. In 2012 they came third with Oblivion. The year after, Balance of Water and Stone did not make it to the final. I said officially competed twice because I still think he entered last year as well with Feel Like This, but nobody knows for sure who was really behind Fiona and Me. What we do know is that Kõpper and company will be on the Eesti Laul 2023 stage. Last but certainly not least, Elisa is back in Eesti Laul, as well as Stig Rästa and Vallo Kikas as songwriters. Norwegian singer-songwriter Anne Gudrun Michelsen and Alex Guinea also included. This is the third time Elisa Kolk is competing in Eesti Laul. The 25-year-old singer placed third in 2015 with Super Love and managed to repeat her success last year with Fire. Songwriters Stig Rästa and Vallo Kikas need no introduction to Estonians, as they have written countless Eesti Laul songs and have managed to get to Eurovision as well. 2015 Goodbye to Yesterday, 2016 Play and 2019 Storm. Bad Philosophy will quite clearly have a heavy Rästa's Kikas signature on it, but let's see how the combination with Elisa works. Definitely a finalist in Eesti Laul and will most likely battle for the win, as Stig Rästa always does. This concludes the first 10 singers and songs in Eesti Laul 2023. I will review the final 10 contestants in a video tomorrow. Let me know in the comments down below which songs and artists are you most excited about so far. My top 3 definitely include Alika Milova, Yannick and Elisa based on what we know so far, but nothing is for sure until we hear the competing songs. And that will happen in a month from now, on the 2nd of December. Thank you for watching, like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you soon as the Eurovision 2023 season has truly begun.